All those back home.
For
those driving.
For Willie.
For Willie, a
For
non-alcohol.
Willie.
Me and Mike were just talking. Do you think Willie had anything to do with this drink?
Well, he sponsors it. But,
Well, yeah, but the flavor?
I don't know.
I don't know, man. Salud. Start it.
Love you, brother.
Love you, man.
You know your family.
Yep. I know, bro. That's what, dude, yeah.
Your family.
We're family, man. That made me think about one question that I have, like one scenario that I have that we can talk about. Fucking figure out what was going on then. So that's nice. Fucking, let's see. Where do we want to start? We're here with Carl Garcia, man. What's up, Carl?
What's up?
What's
How y'all
up?
doing?
Yeah, finally got him. He was very nice and patient. We had to wait on some music to end, but it was nice. Hopefully we'll come around and record their singing later and make a profit off of their talent. And we'll try to do our best. I guess let's see, we'll roll right into it, man. Let's see, we want to do some questions, bro. Carl, I would say you're a Terlingua native, right? Where were you born at?
I was born in Alpine.
Which is, in what year were you born?
91.
You were not trying to have your child in Terlingua in 91.
Well,
if you could go to Alpine, like, nobody's really trying to...
Well, most of the people that are from here, if they weren't born...
Yeah.
Like, in someone's house, like, if it wasn't a home birth, you went up to Alpine.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, you're really trying to... There's not a hospital here, so you want them to go to the hospital if possible. So, but you're from Terlingua at that point.
So my father was from San Carlos, and, obviously, you guys know what San Carlos
Beautiful
is.
town.
Yeah.
So beautiful, man. I can't wait to go. I just see a bunch of videos and pictures.
My great-grandfather was actually Manuel Benavides.
Whoa.
And so that whole municipality over there.
Yeah, the town itself. Yeah, the city of the town.
So there's San Carlos.
La Ciudad.
And you have Paso Lajitas, and you have, like, Los Alamos. You have all these other little towns with the same municipality, which is Manuel Benavides. He was my great-grandfather. He was actually a Mexican Revolutionary War hero. And to my understanding, I don't really know the whole like legitimacy of it, but like, so there used to be a silver mine in San Carlos, and like, so during the Mexican Revolution, like, it's something like my great grandfather took over the silver mine and started giving the money back to the people.
Like Robin Hood.
Because the government was like, fucking them over.
Yeah. Just trying to get it back to the real people.
Yeah. And so, my grandfather worked up here in the ghost town whenever it was an active mercury mine. Him and his sister and stuff. My grandfather transported water on mules.
Water hauler for hire.
Yeah.
They use mules for everything, man. I saw they use mules for all the mercury and stuff too to transport.
Well,
barrels or flasks.
This is actually pretty funny that, we bring this up. There's an old saying, and only like real horsemen know this, but they say mules won the West.
Yeah, there you go.
Mules won the West, but horses took the credit. So it's
like front of house and back of house of a kitchen.
But the cavalry that captured Geronimo, he was captured by mules.
No. But that's not perfect for the paintings, so they're doing horses for everything. The horses are pretty, so that's what gets all the glory.
Yeah. Dude, like anybody that has grown up on horses or anything, mules are the ride. Well, they walk different with their shoulders. And they're just smoother. But going back to the Geronimo story, the cavalry that captured Geronimo, they were on mules, and Geronimo was on horses, and they chased him up into this closed canyon. They had to get off their horses and go on foot, while the cavalry, they were on mules, and they were able to go up farther than the horses could, and that's how they surrounded Geronimo.
I ride cows.
No,
dude. I've seen my social media has been piled with videos of mules going down really steep hills.
Oh yeah,
dude, it's crazy looking. You're just along for the ride, man, and they just slide down it.
So, have you ever seen The Man from Snowy River?
No,
it's a great movie. You should check it out. But there's a scene where he's chasing these wild horses and he's running down a hill, and he's running down this steep ass hill. But it's a little bit of camera trickery work, but I mean that motherfucker's going steep, and like you can see him leaning way the fuck back, like
It looks like the fucking Bronco logo, whatever the hell it is.
yeah. But I mean, you can do that stuff out on a horse, but you're pushing your luck. You know what you
Horses
won't.
are soft.
You won't be able to do that on a mule because a mule will stop right at the hill and be like, "Fuck you." Mules have a little more
What about a regular burro, man? How often have you rode those?
all the time.
All the time.
Yeah, dude. I love riding burros and mules. They're smooth, and whenever you actually get one like in, so like you work a horse. You know what I mean? You don't work a mule or a burro. You work with it, and
That's deep.
you can run a horse to death. You can literally run a horse to death. You can't run a mule or a burro to death. When they're done, they're done.
Yeah.
So
It's just gonna stop right
so
now.
oh yeah, so like Man from Snowy River, the guy fucking leaps over this cliff. You can do that on a horse. I mean, you can kick a horse hard enough, he'll fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He'll go. But a mule, that mule will throw you off that cliff before he jumps off that cliff.
Gotta have a little respect for it. Fuck.
Yeah, man.
It'll make you a jackass.
Anyway, I'm getting a little off topic.
Nah,
My
man. Let's
bad.
talk about. So you rode a lot of horses? Did you do that growing up all the time?
Yeah, well, I used to. Well, yeah, well, horses was just part of my life.
Yeah.
I
Did you ever work at the stables?
The stables was my life. Linda Walker, the owner of the stables, her son, Will, like me and him, he was my best friend growing up. I mean, we were inseparable. We were always fucking hanging. And my older brother was always the horse person, actually.
Hubby.
Yeah, Javier and Armando taught me how to ride horses. But I used to not. I hated horses. I never wanted anything to do with horses.
What, do you think you were scared of them? Did you just like?
No, it wasn't that I was scared of them. I wanted to be more of a gangster than a cowboy.
Well, I didn't know if you know this. You can do both. You can answer real quick if you want to.
No, it's all good. What? Oh,
You can do both now. But I get what you mean. You wanted to. I get that for sure.
no, man. I like listening fucking rap and shit. I mean, I always knew how to ride horses and shit. I mean, it was always in my repertoire, but I hated. I didn't want to be a cowboy, and I don't know. It was I was probably about I was like 19 years old, and I went to a trade show with Lico and Linda. Because I worked with Lico doing the cactus and stuff. So, you know, my dad died when I was 9. When my dad died, it was the summer. And me and my brother we were just in Terlingua, and, you know, our dad had just died. And when Lajitas, we were still living in Lajitas back then.
Damn.
But, you know, it's a small town. And everyone was coming up to me and my brother going, "Oh, I'm so sorry. How you do?" And, you know, me and my brother were like, you know, we understand. Our dad died.
They're like adding on to it almost.
Yeah, and like, it, like too much in our face. So Linda Walker said, "Hey, how about I take your boys up to Taos, New Mexico for the summer?" And so I started going up there from like 9 years old. And like I said, I never wanted to be a cowboy. I wanted to be a gangster. Because I thought being a gangster was so cool back then. Yeah, like, yeah, man, I used to fucking sag my pants and shit and, like, act all fucking badass. And, like, I don't know, you know.
Trust me, I've been there, man. I sag my pants every day.
You know, when you're a kid and you think you're fucking, like, oh, I'm the baddest motherfucker.
Yeah. It's cool till it ain't type of shit.
No, and, so, in the summers, I'd go up to Taos and, I'd work for this guy named Bob Powell. He was his manager up there. And I'd known him since 9 years old, you know. But every summer I'd go up there and he'd call me Carlita. You know, Carlita, if you just cleaned yourself up and blah, blah, and I'm like, shut the fuck up. I'd go up there and do trail work. They'd give me a horse and I'd just go up into the trails and cut water bars and like chop falling down trees and shit like that. I never took him serious. I never wanted to be a cowboy. And, you know, I fucking, you know, I started smoking weed at like fucking 11 years old. I don't know. Hey, I want to be a fucking little cholo and fucking, you know what I
That's
mean?
what you're young for, man. You don't. Dude, nobody has to be a cowboy either. You know, you don't have to do.
Yeah.
You don't have to do anything. But yeah, I mean, that's what being
And,
young and dumb's for.
but, so
fucking,
I would go up there and and so I would fucking do trail work up there and like, I'd be riding horses all the fucking time. And I never, fuck it. I never wanted to do that. I never wanted to be a cowboy, but I wanted to be up in Taos. Because, so like, after my dad died, like, Taos was my getaway. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I go up there, it's nice and cool. I'm up in the woods, and like, it was some badass shit, dude. So I'd do that during the summers, and like, and I did it all the way through high school, going up there in the summers and doing work. And then once I don't know, I turned like 19 years old. I was still working for Lico, and I looked at Linda, and I said, "Hey, do you want me to guide for you?" And she was like, "I've been waiting for you to ask me that."
I brought you here. What do you think?
And so I started guiding, and and then I started working under Armando, and Armando was teaching me like about breaking horses, and you know what I mean. And yeah,
He might still need to. You might need to teach him now how to break horses. He might need a refresher on that course.
oh
As
no,
he's in a
there's
total
there's
shell.
nothing that I can teach. That was just a
Shit happens.
That was just a shit happens accident.
It's a big animal, bro. You can't. Sometimes the animal is.
No, but there's one thing I can guarantee you: Armando's not coming off of any horse.
Yeah.
Armando doesn't come off of horses.
Rah.
No, that man can ride. I
Yeah.
remember my brother at like fucking 7 years old, and he had what was his mare's name? I'm pretty sure it was Sirena. And Armando and Javier racing down the streets of Paso Lajitas, just fucking. But I mean, and Armando can ride. And Armando's he's probably one of the best horsemen that I've ever known.
That's sick.
We
need to get him to the drag strips and OJ.
He's a little too big for that.
Yeah, he's not really for the jockey size. We'll get him on Ozempic and he'll be down to jockey size in no time, man.
But no, man.
He's got a corset on right now.
So I just started doing the horseback thing, and like, what do you know? I'm natural at it. So I stuck with that for a few years, and I grew out of it a little bit, and so I went off and started doing construction work here and there, and now I'm working for Neil Trammell.
Can we go down a list of places in Terlingua and see if you've worked there or not?
Yeah, sure.
We'll start at that end. And I might skip some, and there's going to probably be a bunch of private like contractors that I forget too, but we'll do the big spots. So, Lajitas?
No, never had any job in Lajitas. Never had any job in Lajitas.
Holy fuck. Okay, so the stables down there,
But
it's the same people.
I worked for Linda Walker in Lajitas, but...
Exactly, not the Lajitas stables. So that stables. Next we got Long Draw.
Never worked at Long Draw.
There. Good job, Allie. Let's go DB's. Never worked at DB's? Starlight?
Yes, I've worked at the Starlight. I worked at the Starlight for like 2 or 3 years.
Hell yeah.
Well, I worked at the Starlight when I was in high school, and then back... Do you remember my ex-girlfriend, Mandy?
Yep.
He used to live up here in the ghost town, and it was like... Yeah, it was like around when I first like moved in with her. Man, it was weird. I didn't want to call her my girlfriend, but everyone knew that she was my girlfriend. And finally, one day, someone else was hitting on her, and I was like, "Hey, it's my girlfriend."
Yeah, I don't want it. You're like a dog with a toy.
Anyway,
I don't want it, and then it's like you're their kid.
Well, no, I worked at the Starlight for a while.
Have you ever worked at either the Taqueria or Poco Mas?
No, I did help put Mimi's house
out of the fire.
Yeah.
This last couple weeks.
Yeah, sliced my finger doing it too.
Getting that metal off.
Yeah, it was stupid.
Have you worked at the water department?
Yes, I have.
There you go. Let's see. Let's go down the list of that area. Let's see. Have you worked at Boathouse? High Sierra, yes.
Yes.
I've seen you there. You called me a Karen at High Sierra. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
my fajitas stopped sizzling. That's how long Carl took to get my goddamn. Let's see, what else was it? Fajitas are supposed to sizzle when they come to the plate, bitch. What else is over there? No DBs. So you got Herman.
I've done jobs for Herman.
Yeah. What's next? La Kiva. Have you worked at Kiva?
Yes.
And what? Okay, we'll come back to that. I want to hear because you worked at La Kiva a while back, right?
Yeah, back when John and Josie owned it.
Okay, yeah, cool. And
I
then-
bartended over there.
Dude, La Kiva's so fucking sick, bro. We'll get back on Kiva, man.
Yeah.
Because I heard some crazy shit about everybody there. I think it's made for orgies, brother. That's what La Kiva's made for.
No.
That's it. I'm not saying I heard that, but from the looks of it, that's what I would build it for. TxDOT.
Never did any work
I
for
didn't think so.
TxDOT.
Easter egg.
No.
You ever did work for Alice Knight?
Fuck you.
I'm trying to get Alice on the podcast, bro. If I could get her to
shit.
sit down, that'd be insane.
That crazy bitch.
Far
Sorry.
flung.
No. I never did any boat guiding.
Yeah. The liquor store?
No.
Damn, never for the liquor store? Motor in.
No, fuck no.
Damn. Chili pepper.
Yes.
Serving or cooking? When did you work
Both.
at the chili pepper?
When I was in high school. I actually got out of school at lunchtime
To go.
from junior and senior. Yeah, because, dude, I fucking hated high school.
Yeah.
I thought high school was prison. So,
It is somewhat.
but, so I somehow got it to where I could leave during lunch. And so, so then, like, if I was short, like, oh, well, I was short these credits, then I just spend a full day and he's like, oh, there's your credit.
There you go.
But, no, man, I hated school.
How many people were in the school when you were here? When you graduated, how many people were in your class?
When I graduated with the biggest class, and it was 14 kids. And it was like the biggest class at that point.
Yeah, that's pretty big
Ben.
numbers for then. What
Yeah.
year did you graduate?
2009. But, most of my class were people that we had been with from, like, pre-K all the way up to senior year. So, like, you know, we were classmates, but, like, we were all just, like, super close. I mean, like, Lizzie, Sarah, Junior, Johnny, like, we were all there together. And, yeah, Eco and...
Did you do anything in school and get in, like, a shit ton of trouble for it? Anything, like, really bad? Like what was the most amount of trouble you got in as a child for some child shit?
Like, as a child? Like
under 18 that didn't get you in legal problems.
Oh, well, we used to
pranks, any dumb shit.
Oh no, we used to do this
Catch
all.
somebody's house on fire.
Oh, actually, I flooded the bathrooms. Middle school one time when I was like in 5th grade.
That was all the water Terlingua had, and you put it in the fucking school.
Yeah, I just fucking I blocked up. I don't know why.
The town's gonna come after you.
One of the teachers pissed me off, and I ran in the bathroom, and I don't know, dude. And like that was literally like the year after my dad died and shit. So I was like, you know, like I was tripping, bro.
Yeah, they gave you a little leeway too for it, hopefully.
And no, but like, dude, I got in trouble all the fucking time, dude. I was in ISS for like 3 months one year, and like, yeah, we used to one day there was some, I can't remember if it was like horse races or cockfights going on in San Carlos, and at lunchtime we were all like, fuck it, let's go. So we all fucking ditched at lunch, and we went to San Carlos, and dude, we got fucked up. I mean, you know, passes and fucking, we were fucking just doing stupid shit, you know. And it's like 5 a.m. and we're like, fuck, we gotta get back to America. We gotta go
the
to
land
school.
of the free, baby, let's go.
And so we fucking rally over to Pasolitos, and, you know, we're taking the boat back across and shit, like, and there was probably like 10 of us, and we're running across the fucking golf course and shit, and we get to school like probably 15 minutes late, but we're still all fucking haggard and like fucked up.
Yeah, I've been there. Trust me, I thought I was crazy for going a county over and showing up back at school. You're leaving the country and fucking.
And like,
I mean, even San Carlos is pretty far, right?
I mean, if they would have given us a breathalyzer, I mean, shit,
We're talking.
It would have probably just melted. We were still so fucked up and shit.
Terlingua probably hadn't even seen a breathalyzer in 2005.
Well, yeah, who knows?
Yeah, they're like, what is that? That's magic. We don't like those demon tools.
So we all got suspended for 3 days, and it was like it was like, I don't know, it was like 7 or 8 of us, but we all just like said, fuck it, let's go watch the races, and we'll make it back.
Like the horse drag races, right? The fucking, or is it a round track and stuff?
It was either horse races or cockfights. I'm pretty sure they were horse races because the horse races are during the day.
If you wanted a cockfight, you could do it here.
No.
I'm just kidding. That was a gay joke.
Well,
dude, the stadium in San Carlos for the cockfights is very professional.
Yeah.
It looks so nice. And they have a Facebook Live of it. Be at work, and I'll just hear chickens fighting in the background.
You know motherfuckers make money off of that shit.
Dude, trust me. I've tried, but it didn't work out. No, I lost my money.
No, those guys that win.
Yeah.
They like.
Well, it's like everything, you know?
Well, like, did you know, like, Mike Tyson, he races pigeons around the world? Yeah. He fucking races pigeons around the world.
Like Amelia Earhart.
Yeah, they never get found.
It's just a different pigeon coming back. He's like, damn, that's fast as fuck. That pigeon got back fast as fuck.
No, these are male pigeons. They know how to fly.
My buddy Hector.
Oh, shit. My bad.
We're not going to take a wrong turn. Dude, my buddy Hector has a joke about pigeons and how back in the military, so they didn't intercept electronics, they would send, in like the World War II or whatever, they would send pigeons. And they sent like, I think they said 200,000 pigeons, right? It was an insane number. It could have been 2 million pigeons. And he was like, next time you see a one-legged pigeon, make sure you salute that motherfucker. It's going to be a purple-hearted pigeon. Dude, it's fucking... But how the fuck did they get there? How did they know where to go? How did they know where to go?
Did you know that the U.S. Navy...
He hated your joke, Hector.
Did you know that the U.S. Navy has trained fucking dolphins? I'm not kidding.
4?
Like, you know, the fucking sea mines and stuff like that.
Run into that shit real quick. Go see if you can eat it.
Bro, look it up. I'm not fucking kidding.
Pull it up, Jamie.
Yeah.
Fucking screen right
Pull
here.
it up, Jamie.
Oh, let's go. One day, bro. Wait, we'll get the projector in this.
Dude, they have dolphins. You know, because, you know, they swim and, like, fucking...
breathe and shit.
Yeah, but they can disarm fucking, like, mines in the ocean and shit. I'm not...
Dolphins are just...
Dude, you think I'm making this up?
I'm not.
Look it up. It's, like, legit shit. Well, like, the Army has trained fucking dolphins.
Let's see.
Not the Army, but the Navy.
Do they get a badge? Army, or... Let's just put in military training dolphin.
Okay, so, hey, well, like, okay, so, like, you know, like...
That is already a search history on here, and the first thing is a scope on the side of this thing. Military marine mammals, primarily bottlenose dolphins in California, sea lions. They're also doing sea lions also, just so you know.
Okay.
Are trained by the U.S. Navy for underwater tasks like detecting mines, locating enemy divers, and recovering equipment. They use their natural senses often to outperform technology. And harbor security, protecting ships, and clearing underwater areas with missions deployed globally for national security. Russia has also figured this out. But damn, you're right, Carl.
So if you're trying to sneak into a fucking, like...
Yeah, that's crazy. They just have them around the
naval
boats.
base? Like, if you're, like, scuba diving in, like, a naval base, you're gonna have some fucking guard dolphins fucking your shit up, dude.
Dude, that's the last thing I want to get jumped by is by a bunch of cute dolphins, man. That's fucking... They're stomping you out with their tails.
50 feet underwater? Yeah. Dude. And dude.
There's got to be a name for it, bro. Dude, there's got to be a cool name. There's no way they haven't given it Project One Hole, Project Blowhole.
Or, like...
Navy dolphins.
Or, like... Killfin? I don't know.
Yeah, Project Killfin.
It's like, dude, like, imagine if, like, dude, if, like, you just, like, imagine if, like, you're parachuting and you happen to land in, like, some fucking, like, naval water, and you're like, shit, and then, like, you just see that fin, like, it's a shark. Like, no, it's a fucking killer dolphin. Like, that dolphin's gonna fuck your shit up, dude. Dude, isn't that crazy? Sea lions and dolphins, like, train to, like, do fucking, like, naval and, like, military shit.
So they just go and then they, like, come back and they fucking...
Yeah.
Marine mammals. That's great. Marine mammal program. That's nice to know that they're doing something.
Dude, Flipper's
But
got
we
my
could-
back,
Can we
dude.
buy one?
Dude.
Could you imagine getting what is it called? What's it called whenever they fucking get rid of shit after a decommissioned dolphin?
Shit.
We'll just see it in a zoo one day, and that will be a purple-hearted dolphin, bro.
Shit. I'll take him out to Miami. He'll fucking find cocaine
I was
for
about
me
to
all
say, if
day.
you take him out of Miami, he's going to be on
We'll
cocaine and
make some
homeless.
money, dude. We'll make some money.
Get him writing books.
Yeah.
He can write a crazy book. And then put him into influential, motivational social media, and then he'll make millions.
So-
what other questions? Let's see. Multiple. I mean, so you've grown up here. I mean, that's
No.
you didn't
No.
grow up here. Where'd you grow
No.
up?
I was raised out here.
You were raised out here.
I'm still working on the growing up part.
I got you.
Yeah.
That is correct. I'm used to talking to adults typically, so you're the first child on the pod.
I'm older than you, fool.
Yeah. In one way or another, somehow. We'll figure it out. You've been out here in middle school. So you facilitated and helped saving my stepfather's life. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah.
So, I mean, for those that don't know, I don't want Scott beating my ass. So I'll try to keep... But long story short, I mean, do you want to say it? Do you want to...
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind talking about it. And Scott, I love you. No, my ex-girlfriend Mandy was managing a bar, the Mavericks Ice House, and it was my birthday, actually.
Shit.
It was the day of my birthday, and we'd just gotten back from the Rock House, and we were hanging out at Mavericks because, you know, Mandy was running it, and here comes some people, and someone bought me a shot of tequila, and I was like, no. And there's some people there. I'd hung out with them. It was a brother, sister. We'd hang out with them before. I can't even remember their fucking names right now. Pieces of shit.
Yeah, we'll keep their names out.
But I gave them the shot that someone else bought me. I said, no, I'm done. Like, I'm too drunk for the shot. And so, you know, they're in there and they're in the bar hanging out. And all of a sudden, Scott shows up. Scott's like, hey. So Scott shows up and he goes, hey, Carl, happy birthday. He walks right into the bar and he looks at both of them because she was supposed to be working at the
pizza spot.
At the pizza place, and he was supposed to do a job for Scott and never showed up. And Scott was like, you're living in my place rent free. Neither one of you guys have showed up for work for days. You guys like need to get out of my house, and like you're fired, both of you, obviously. And so they start laughing and they get into the truck, and Scott, he's following them outside and he's tapping the hood of the truck, and he says, and whenever you leave this fucking truck, because this is my truck too. Homeboy starts up the truck and cranks it to the left and fucking tries to run over Scott. But so luckily the front wheel of the truck, Scott was behind the front wheel of the truck. So Scott just got pushed over by the truck itself, but he never got ran over.
The front didn't hit him. It like veered into him somehow.
He got, but so Scott fell back. Cause dude, he cranked into it.
Yeah.
And when he did that, he drove into the porch. And like, so where I was standing, I have the video. I'll show it to you.
You have a video of this?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, I have the security video. Okay. And I just yanked him out right there.
Dude.
And then he got out. Yeah, he got out and started running off. And I chased him down and pulled out my knife and put it to his neck. And I was like, bro, you're not fucking going anywhere.
Yeah, dude, I mean, honestly, like,
No,
I knew it was pretty bad, but dude, that is, he fucking...
But no,
wow.
literally, I had my knife to his fucking neck. And the deputy pulled right up. And he was like, dude, put the knife away. And so I put my knife back in the sheath. And I was like, dude, how the hell did you get here so quick? He was like, I was sitting at the motor and I heard this.
The noise from the porch.
Dude, he wrecked the whole porch, dude. But like,
dude, I knew it was bad. I didn't think it was that bad, bro.
But like,
that's as fast as you could have launched out of the parked position, essentially.
Oh, and so when Scott was yelling at him, saying like, "Oh, this is my truck," and So I was going to go up and be like, hey, Scott, just let them leave.
Yeah, just let him. Yeah.
But if I didn't walk away, I would have been fucking smashed.
Yeah.
And if I didn't walk away, I would have been smashed, and then Scott would have been ran over. And
you probably would have been ran over also.
I would have
yeah,
been.
You would
I
have been
would
right
have
there
been
next to him.
smashing
Yeah.
I would have been smashing the porch.
Fuck, because you were. Yeah.
Because I was sitting right there smoking a cigarette and, just sitting there thinking. And then it was like, hey, Scott, just let them go. And I literally was walking over there to say, hey, Scott, let them go. And then, boom, he hit the porch, and then he was trying to run Scott over. And so Scott was knocked out, and he was just laying on the ground. His arms were up like this. You know how, like, when people get knocked out cold and their arms go up? And so I just grabbed it because he's trying to put this truck in reverse. It was a standard.
But it's got to, like, idle down just enough.
He was revving it and so trying to put it in reverse.
Thank God it's a shitty transmission.
No, well, he was dumbass. If he would have just took his foot off the gas, and I'm not.
Yeah, but still, yeah. Luckily, he was a dipshit, and gave you enough time to do that.
I could just hear that, and like. He literally, like, saw Scott underneath his truck, cranked the wheel back, and was like, I'm going to run this motherfucker over.
Yeah.
And so I saw Scott like this. I just grabbed his arms, dude. And I was in flip-flops. I broke my flip-flops and shit. But I just fucking grabbed his arms and just started dragging him. By the time... Like, I literally, whenever he backed the truck up, he ran into that split rail fence, and that's where he stopped. But, like, he was, like, as I was pulling Scott out, he finally got it in the gear and backed up. And then it died out at that split rail fence, and that's whenever I fucking... And then his sister tried to run off over into the RV park, and that's when Chris Rogers was like, if you go into my RV park, I'll shoot you.
Yeah, she's tried to attack Allie multiple times, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Multiple times. Like when I've been here, like since I've been here, too.
Yeah.
And it's fucking insane, bro. But,
dude,
we appreciate you for doing that, man. I know you would have done it regardless, but damn, bro, that right place. I mean, shitty situation, but thank God everything worked out like it did.
No,
sure. Besides the Mavericks shut down now. Fuck.
Yeah. That was actually a fucking cool
that's
spot.
Scott's fault, bro. Tell him fucking.
Yeah, it's all Scott's fault.
It's all Scott's fault. Why'd you have to get hit, man?
No, but, so my dog Kiki, whenever all that happened, Kiki, there was a little spot underneath the bar, like underneath the deck where she would like to go lay down. And whenever he ran into the building, she freaked out. And, I used to live at that point, I live in the barrio now, but I used to live in the barrio. And so my dog was missing. And I was like, fuck. So I was checking underneath the bar with a flashlight. If he fucking hit my dog or like killed my dog, then I'm going to kill him. And I was freaking out, but whenever he hit the porch, she got up and she ran all the way to my mom's house from Mavericks. Bro. And so my mom called me and said, your dog's over here. And I was like,
dog's
okay.
Terrified, bro.
Yeah, and I know, of course, why wouldn't she? Yeah. But, and I told my mom, I said, just hang on to her. Like, this is happening over here. But no, I just fucking, my father died underneath a vehicle. And,
yeah, I forgot all about that. So, I mean, fuck, that's had to...
Seriously, I just, seeing Scott underneath that truck and, like, so whenever it happened, I was about 9. And, the car fell on my dad, and, like, so me and my brother ran outside, and we saw our dad's legs kicking underneath the car.
Yeah.
And the kicking stopped. And, like, that was the most helpless that I ever fucking felt in my life.
Y'all could have put everything you had into it, and you still wouldn't have been able to fucking do anything.
Oh, yeah. I was 9 years old. Me and my brother were trying to pick up the front end of a car, and, like, I mean, no matter what, like, I'm not going to go too deep into that, but like I always kind of made it a point, like I never want to feel that helpless again. And like when that shit was happening to Scott, I felt that feeling for a brief moment, like, oh my God. And like, but then it was like, I can actually do something about this now. I'm not 9 years old. I'm not a little bitch. And so I just grabbed his arms and started dragging him out from underneath the truck, bro.
You acted. That's all you did was just acted, and fucking thank God.
And by that time he got up. And then once the dude realized that Scott
was okay.
He didn't run him over, and then he was trying to crank it. And then he was trying to turn the wheel and crank it forward. And I told Scott, I said, dude, run, fool. I'm like, just get behind the building or get behind somebody's vehicle. Don't just stand there.
Move, motherfucker, move.
You gotta move.
You gotta stick and move. Yeah, man. That's I told you know what's crazy? I almost did. I gave him a PTSD with it. Me and him were working on that old. Do you remember they used to have Adam was driving it for a while. It's like an old F-250, like white with a flatbed on it. Yeah. We were doing work up at his house, and it's like on the fucking hill. And he was standing in front of it, and I was trying to pop the hood, and I hit the parking brake, dude. And it like luckily like I was like in there to hit the brake, but he heard it hit, and like it kind of just bumped him a little bit, and he was like, "Hunter, bro, I about had a heart attack right now." It still fucks with him now, man. It's well, dude. Thank God, but and I think about, dude, when I heard about your dad, man, I think about that every time I get up under a vehicle, bro. And I'm sure a bunch of other people in Terlingua do as well, man. Because like because I had one the other day, I was working on my Ford replacing rotors, and I was wiggling around, and my leg kicked I didn't have any jack stands. I had just the jack up under like a dipshit. And my leg kicked it just enough to twist the thing. And like literally it started creaking down. And I was like, fuck, bro. And I got up under there real quick and it was fine. But I think about it a lot, man.
Dude,
I'm sure a lot of people do too, man. Because I can't be the only one, you know?
That's why, like, I'll do a little bit of mechanic work. If it's like, on the hood, I'll do that shit.
Yeah, I don't blame you for not wanting to get up under a vehicle, man. And
dude, I do.
It's not even me being funny.
Even just getting underneath like a vehicle with all four tires planted on the ground, I still like get like this claustrophobic, scared, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like this vehicle, like.
Cheers to your dad, man.
Cheers to Kiko.
Cheers to Kiko. Hopefully it wasn't as ugly as yo ass. Fuck, God damn. Oh, it kind of tastes like some Kool-Aid popsicle. That shit tastes kind of rough. I need to put it in the cooler, man. It's getting a little warm.
I mean, that ain't bad, though.
Carl still hasn't figured out this is non-alcoholic.
It's THC infused, though.
Yeah. Each shot's about 5 milligrams.
Oh, yeah.
So we've taken...
If y'all haven't tried it,
sponsor the show.
Willie's Remedy. Y'all hit this up. The infused THC 5 milligrams, CBD 2 milligrams, low dose social tonic.
Social tonics are everywhere now, bro. They have so many.
Hey,
do you know what a social tonic is?
I don't know, the tonic that you drink whenever you're hanging with folks.
Exactly. Yeah, you're exactly right. Whoa, look at that. I think Carl's been bullshitting for the past couple years I've known him. But it's, so like if you don't want to drink alcohol, but you still want a beer in your hand.
Oh, yeah. You still want. So it's like an NA.
This is crazy to have a whole bottle trying to pour shots, though. But it's nice.
Fucking my ass, dude. I just do walk around the bottle, like, drinking it straight out, like, what's up?
You ever done Edward 40 hands?
Huh?
You ever done Edward 40 hands?
I have.
You know that? It's where you duct tape the fucking. I feel like you had to. I mean, that's the only thing to do in Terlingua as a child is a bunch of dumbass games like that, drinking.
Oh, well, like we'd have to go, like, our friends come down from Alpine. That's when we got our 40s.
Yeah, you got to get from out of town.
My homie Kendall, rest in peace, Kendall Wilson. We used to hang out at this cave. It's like right across the creek from the cemetery in the ghost town. Like that was our spot, bro. We fucking like
the one up under the crisis center or a different one?
No.
Yeah, there's another one over there.
No, like, but we would go to this cave and then we'd go up there and fucking smoke pot, listen to like Bob Dylan, Grateful Dead, and the Beatles and shit on CDs. Like we had a little Discman with like
Walkman type shit.
Yeah, like a Walkman, but it was a Discman.
Same shit.
Yeah, but and it was like we had these speakers that plug it. Man, we'd fucking go over there, get high. We camped over there all the time and shit. And that.
Talking about caves this week. The social tonic's pretty good. Caves with your homies. R.I.P. Your dude from Alpine bringing down your Edward 40 hands. Yeah.
I can't remember what I was talking about. Yeah, some peace, Kendall. He's my homie, dude. We used to run down to the cave and we weren't but like 12 years old. We'd get high. Back before the Perry Mansion.
Have you ever? This might be a random ass question. Trax. Have you ever? How many people have you seen get bit by a snake here in Terlingua throughout your years? I feel like there's not that many.
No.
People, when I got here, I was terrified. I used to hear the cicadas and think that they were rattlesnakes around me.
I did see someone in Alpine. I'm not going to mention his name. But I saw him get bit on the thumb by a copperhead, and he thought it was a Trans-Pecos rat snake.
Well, that's a horrible
And
miscommunication.
he was like, this is Trans-Pecos rat snake. I'm going to catch it and sell it to one of my friends. He's a snake collector. And I kept on telling him, I was like, man, that looks like a copperhead. Copperheads are around this area, especially...
Is this a pretty small snake?
Yeah, well, you ever seen a copperhead before?
Yeah. But I didn't know if you're talking about like a little baby.
Well, I mean...
Okay, decent size.
Yeah, it's about like
not
a
big
foot
snake,
long.
but,
No, it wasn't like
not a baby
super
snake
big. But, man, he was like, it's a Trans-Pecos rat snake. Me and my buddy were like, man, that's a copperhead. You might want to let that fucking thing go. And, he had it, like that between his fingers. And I guess he loosened up his grip a little bit, and that fucker whipped around and bit him right on the thumb. And then he dropped it and let it go. And then he looked at us and he said, are you sure that was a copperhead? And I was like, it looked like a fucking copperhead to me, dude. And within 5 minutes, his fucking thumb started swelling up and turning black and purple and shit. And we're like, yeah, that definitely wasn't a Trans-Pecos rat snake.
Get your ass quick. You got to go to Odessa back then, dude.
We were already in Alpine, so it was like, get the truck, we're driving to the hospital.
Dude, that's an expensive bill, too, when you get to buy a snake.
One time, this is fucking stupid. This is like my first year horseback guiding. I forgot about this. This dipshit. I was taking out a horseback ride, and we're over here. I'm riding, and, I actually see a rattlesnake off in the distance. He's just bathing in the sun. We're riding by him. He's not bothered or anything. I mentioned to the people, I'm like, hey, you guys, check it out. Look, there's a rattlesnake right there. And this guy says, can I take a picture of this rattlesnake? Like, yeah, you can zoom in close enough from your horse.
Don't get too close.
And so apparently this guy got off his horse, and he's taking pictures of this rattlesnake, getting him. I say he has his hand out, trying to get him to rattle and shit.
Asking for it, yeah.
Bam, right, the thumb.
How fucking, he got that close with his fucking finger?
And so he gets back on his horse, catches up, and I look back and I see this guy going like this, sucking on his thumb and shit. What the fuck? So I turn around and say, hey man, did you get off your horse and fuck with that snake? And I said, yeah. Did that snake fucking bite you? And he said, yeah, but he only nicked me. And like, you can see where the snake barely nicked him, but you can also see where it was fucking swelling, and it was like...
There was something there.
Oh, shit. Guys, we're turning this ride around.
You can't insure dumbasses, bro. It's fucking impossible.
So we get to the office, and, and it's like, okay, this guy... And at that point, you can see it starting to swell more, and it was like, oh, this guy definitely got bit. And we told him, all right, so you have two choices. Either your wife can drive you to the ambulance station, or the ambulance can come over here and pick you up. But either way, you're going in the ambulance. Like, you need, like, oh, well, my daughters are kind of thirsty, and there's a sore right there. Like, no. That's not part of the option.
Hey, get your fucking ass over there. It's the only option.
The ambulance is your only option. Do you want them to come pick you up, or do you want, like, your wife can take your kids to the...
Yeah, just go over there real quick and then go to the fucking...
And so finally we convinced them. We're like, the wife, just drive to the ambulance station. He'll get in the ambulance car. Then you can go to the store, get your kids some drinks or whatever, and then follow the ambulance up. So we're loading this guy up in the car, and this little girl is fucking crying. I mean, just bawling her fucking eyes out. And, talking about losing her parents and shit, I was like, hey, your dad's going to be just fine. Like,
Yeah.
a little bit of anti-venom, and he'll be just fine. Like, don't be scared. Don't be scared.
Learn from him. He's a fucking dumbass.
Nothing's gonna happen. I'll never forget this. She looked up at me and she said, I'm not scared. I'm pissed off.
Wow. It's a very mature thing for a child to...
No, she said, this is the second time that Dad's ruined a vacation by getting bit by a rattlesnake. So this guy thought he was Nate Miller or some shit.
Yeah, he thought he was fucking Billy the Exterminator or some shit.
Steve Irwin, like, crikey, mate.
That's live action.
But yeah,
Dude,
I remember,
the Turtle Man.
So you thought, not only did you think you were a snake wrangler the first time, like, I heard that, dude, like, rattlesnake bites hurt. This is, like, from what I hear.
I would assume.
The venom, like, actually burns. Like, you know. Yeah. And then, you know, the anti-venom is made from the venom, so I imagine the anti-venom doesn't feel very much
I think about
better.
that a lot. I think about if I could withstand a rattlesnake bite. I think I'd make it, but it would suck like a motherfucker.
Man.
It would suck. I don't want to find out. But, like, I was asking you about how many people you've seen because, like, really, I think there's nowhere as many. I mean, I think the snakes are there, but we don't really see them.
I got a picture.
Okay, sounds good.
But
we'll take a break. You want to take a break for a second? Smoke a cigarette?
Yeah, let's do that.
We can just talk about whatever.
I just want to say, I want to dedicate this to all those dolphins and sea lions that have sacrificed their lives for our liberties and our freedoms. You know, everyone talks about the veterans, but no one talks about the military dolphins and the military sea lions. So I'm just throwing that out there, man.
Everybody wants to talk about canines, but none of the other animals.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Dolphins.
There's military horses.
Dolphins fight for your freedom, too. Just throwing that out there.
Dolphins are heroes also.
Dolphins are heroes.
That's why my grandma had dolphins in every part of her bathroom. she was a proud patriot. That's why. Dude, my grandma had the entire bathroom. Dolphin shower curtains, dolphin soap dispensers, dolphin toothbrush holders, dolphin fucking lights. Solid.
Dude,
early 2000s design.
So I grew up Mexican, so all my family had, like,
different colors going on?
No. Oh, well, in the bathrooms, yeah, it was some kind of...
That's how Mexican kids learn the rainbow.
Yeah.
Each wall, they just go through a different fucking...
The blankets were always, like, black and gray. It was always some kind of lion or tiger, or jaguar. You know, but, dude, those blankets were so warm. You know those Mexican blankets with the animals on them? Like, dude.
We got one folded up on the back of the couch right now.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Yeah, and they're the shit, dude. They really are.
From El Marcador.
Dude.
Let's just do this entire half in Spanish, all right? I'm telling you, I'm gonna get together with somebody, and I really do plan on doing like a completely Spanish podcast, which would be fucking crazy. But I think it should be. I need to fix all my broken Spanish a little bit more. You're talking about the sea lions. While we're doing shout outs to people, shout out Mike Minnick for having us here at the Temple of the Bird, having the studio open.
Josh Flack for cooking that killer ass gumbo.
Damn, shout out Josh. I did eat the gumbo. It was fire. Whoever made the Cajun cornbread.
That was great. Tony Drury and everyone else in the fire and EMS sector. Thank you guys. We appreciate y'all.
Dude, I love when I tell people there's 3 firefighters here and they're all probably drunk, like right now.
Yeah.
All of them right now are probably...
Hey, so, like, the last time I was here, a fucking Peso Supreme was playing, and it was like, oh, there's a house in the ghost town on fire.
Yeah.
And so me, Josh Flack, and Nate hopped in the truck, and it happened to be Mimi's house, and, like, we just fucking ran up there and, like...
There's smoke up there.
No, and, like, I'm not trying to take anything away from fire and EMS, but, like, dude, I felt like we put that fire out with 2 water hoses and a shovel. Well, dude, we were hitting that tin, fucking trying to pop it up, because nobody had a drill on them.
So you're just ripping up the fucking studs and shit, too, but you got to.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to.
Just because the insulation was what was catching on fire.
Yeah. They just soaked it for hours, bro, because you didn't want it to recatch.
Yeah, no, but, well, they initially got it put out, and it started catching on fire again. And so, at that time, we showed up, But like, we just see water hoses in the show.
Yeah, something. Please give me anything to fucking.
No, not trying to take anything away from
Yeah.
T-Fems. Those guys are awesome.
They sent everything at it, man. I was at Boat House while it happened,
Yeah.
and fucking there was probably what
Yeah,
3 to 5 different like trucks that came through there from
Yeah.
TFMs, all just trying to get in that little ass spot up the hill.
And see, like, but I do have to say this though, like, it was really cool. Like, it was me, Josh, Nate, my cousin Weddle, and
Wedo was your cousin?
yeah, he was
David?
my cousin. Huh?
David?
No, yeah, he's my cousin too, actually.
But
Yeah,
just
actually.
for anybody that's not Terlingua, anybody that is of the Hispanic descent has a 50-50 shot. Cousins.
Yeah.
Where
But so
everybody's up there.
no,
trying to
but
get the fire
there
out.
was even tourists up there, and like a girl Angela. I can't remember her last name right now, but she was up here with her family. Everyone was up there. Like, it was a community effort. Like,
Yeah.
before and like before the fire and EMS even showed up. Like the area, like you could think of like almost the same concept as people passing buckets down the line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, all right.
Chain link together. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a chain-
And it was a really cool community group effort. You know what I mean?
Thank God. It seemed, I talked to the guys that were fixing it the next day at the hardware store, and all they had to have to fix it was a couple pieces of sheet metal.
Yeah.
And so that's,
What?
could have been a lot worse.
But and well, luckily the house is made out of rock.
Yeah, but you'd be surprised how quickly fucking
Well,
shit could still burn.
but the stuff on the inside and all that,
Yeah,
Mimi
exactly, the floor.
and Mimi was like, I have so much art in that house, and I was like, well, okay, well, But we it was a real fucking awesome show of like community and everyone getting together. You know what I mean? It just to show like we're all here and like nobody wants to see your shit burn down.
Yeah, regardless of who you are, if we know you or not, we're all family.
Yeah,
Like you
exactly.
say, we're all family, man. Like, literally, we're
No,
all fucking here.
and I tell people this all the time. Like, you and I could get in a fight tonight.
Maybe.
We
There's
could
a
get
lot of-
into
there's
a
a lot of
fucking
time
fist fight. We could fucking, you know what I mean? But if you and I got into a fist fight, whether you won or I won that fight, if I saw you pull over on the side of the road with a flat tire the day after,
Yeah.
I'm still going to pull over and make sure that you're okay.
100%. Yeah. That's
Regardless whether you whipped my ass or whether I whipped your ass.
you're just trying to come back and rub it in on my face.
No, but
Now I
you
know what you
what-
mean. I mean, you don't like you're talking about a fight, but another like thing that happens all the time here is political, man. People getting political bouts, but still at the end of the day, if you see somebody broke down,
Oh
you
yeah,
gotta help
dude.
them out. It's but yeah, man, that's the part of just it's a small town, man. We're all a community. We're all
Well,
family.
yeah, and at the end of the day, like, if your house burns down, I'm gonna be the first motherfucker pulling up to your house, making sure that your kid's okay, he's okay, okay. Or is there anything that we need to save, that like anything of value that we need to save before it burns down? Like, I'm here for you.
My Willie's remedy, please. We need. That's what we gotta save right there.
Yeah. Shout out
Willie.
to Willie's Remedy.
Willie.
Willie Nelson. I need to go
Proud
fishing
sponsor
with
of the
you again,
podcast.
buddy.
Dude, I tried to go fishing today, man. I found a secret spot.
Word?
Found a secret spot, brother. We gotta go through the bushes with a machete to make some fishing poles through there. But I found a spot.
I got fishing poles.
Well, I got poles, but I'm saying like I need. The problem was I couldn't find anybody to go with me, and I needed somebody to carry the poles while I macheted down the path.
I'm your man, dude.
Dude, I mean, you might even know where it is. It's a river spot. Like so, it's not that secret. 'Cause, like obviously,
Don't say
I
it.
know I'm not. But
Don't say
guides,
it.
obviously
Don't
the
say it.
guides go by it. But like,
Don't say it.
well, yeah, but honestly, a lot of guides here aren't looking at water spot and being like, damn, that's a fishing hole, But I see, dude, some people pull out some decent sized fucking shit out of it.
Oh, dude, you want to see a picture? Check this out.
The biggest one I've seen really lately, I heard they called a 56-pounder in Lajitas.
My dad pulled a 50-pounder out of the river. Let me see.
Another place that we can't fish at anymore because they got banned is the Rock House.
Why'd you get banned from
There's
the
too many
rock?
turtles over there.
Yeah.
So you're just snatching up turtles, and I mean, honestly, they told us they didn't want us fishing over there because of that, and I get that, man. That's fucking
Well,
Nobody wants to snack
they
turtles
like-
all day. That's only like, that's not that big. But that
Was
like
that
a
caught
rock
at the Rock House?
Yeah, man.
Was that Bailey?
No, this is one of the Massey's or like Ivy's cousins or something like that.
Man, that's a good size. Damn, that's a good one.
They banned me as soon as they called that.
Check this out. That's my dad holding a 50-pounder that he caught near the Rock House, and that's Javier when Javier was a little kid.
I was gonna say, if this was you, we'd put it as the fucking cover photo of the fucking episode. That's giant, bro. Look at that face on it, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Dude. And you call that where? At the Rock House?
There's a little spot a little bit downriver from the Rock House.
Yeah.
It's called Whale Rock, and he caught it on a trot line.
Dude,
But-
I was talking to somebody the other day about putting it up at Grassy, but they'd be pissed. They'd be pissed.
No, Javier told me he saw Kiko pulling up the trot line, and because and Javier says it's one of his first memories, but he said Kiko was pulling up that fucking trot line, and he was like, "God, this is heavy. This is heavy."
Yeah, you can tell when it's a 50-pound fucking...
No, and he said that once that head popped out of the water, he said Kiko dropped it and it scared him. So we never called him Dad. We always just called him Kiko.
Does that mean anything, or is that his government name?
His name was Francisco, and Kiko's just a nickname. But I don't know.
That's how that 56-pounder got caught in Lajitas that I heard about, was a trot line. They're just leaving it out there. That's the best way to go if you can.
But no.
It was in Paso de Lajitas.
So
on the golf course.
My dad, he was actually pretty interesting himself. He grew up in San Carlos. He was probably about, I don't know, in his teens. And my dad was in the Mexican military, and he actually was a circus performer.
What was his act?
He did trapeze and high wire.
Dude, that's terrifying.
So I never saw my dad do any of his
He did that, and you can't
stuff.
even walk the line.
My dad used to do, like, my mom said that, like, my dad could sit in a chair and, like, the arms of a chair,
Yeah.
pick himself up, tuck his legs in, do a handstand.
What the fuck?
And, like, dude, there's pictures of my dad doing handstands on top of the church in San Carlos. But yeah, my dad was in the circus.
Have you ever tried to do a handstand? Were you just very good at it?
I was in gymnastics, actually.
In Terlingua?
Yeah, I did gymnastics and ballet and a little bit of tap dancing.
Who was the teacher?
No, Brady. She actually taught Flacorico at the school, and like the kids that she taught won state, and like.
Is that the Mexican dancing shit that they do?
Yeah, where they twirl
with the really nice one and all
skirts and
that.
the guy.
Yeah.
Uh huh.
The really cool dresses and shit going on there.
But she was named like the best. I don't know if it was the state or the nation, but she was named the best Flacorico instructor. And like my brother was actually really good. Have you ever seen the machete dance?
No.
Dude, the machete dance is fucking sick, dude. But it's they're clanking machetes around.
Yes,
them,
I think from what I see you doing right now, I think I've seen that before.
And then they toss them to each other.
Like some Mortal Kombat shit.
Yeah, like finish him.
I got a butterfly knife now, man, and I'm about to. I need to give me a practice one. My mom got me a butterfly knife, but not a practice one.
Oh,
I think
dude,
that's a dumbass idea. She should have got me a.
Dude, see that? I did this.
Yeah.
With that scar right above my Prince tattoo.
Yep.
That was a butterfly knife.
Just fucking trying to open it, and you open it the wrong way.
Oh no, I had it, dude. I fucked around with the butterflies not so much. Like I got it. I just had it flipped out the wrong way, and I just went whoop, and my knuckle just started going.
A little too confident, yeah.
And I was like, oh shit.
No, there's nothing like seeing the meat going to a different place than where it should be when you cut yourself. I did that with a machete with this thing called a kukri. It took out a chunk of my leg. I'll have to show you a picture.
Kukri? What's a kukri?
I have it. I have one now. My mom buys me a bunch of smart ass shit. When I was in high school, I was helping cut some trees down, and they gave me this kukri, and it's like a machete that they would use in like the Mongolians. It's essentially a big machete, but it has like a special nick in it that runs the blood off, so that like whenever you kill somebody with it, the blood doesn't get on the handle, and then it like doesn't impact like holding it and stuff.
Yeah.
It's made for war. It's literally made for war. But I was cutting trees with it in high school, and I cut through the tree and took a chunk out of my leg. It looked like a big ass mouth that was open. I'll show you a picture of it in a minute. And my mom decided to give me that for Christmas this year. She sent me another one, and then that's what I had. And I got it now, so that's what we'll go use to clean out to go fish. And hopefully I don't cut myself again. Seeing meat's not good, bro. Anytime you see meat in your hand, I got myself with a sling blade, a Kaiser blade.
One time, I was taking out a horseback ride, and one of the clients' bridles broke. So I was riding this green-ass horse named Sophie. I mean, me and Armando had been working with her for months. And my dumb ass, I put my bridle on the client's horse, and I'm riding my horse with nothing but a halter. And at the same time, I have my Leatherman out and poking a hole in this bridle, trying to make a new hole for, the bridle. And I'll just fix this bridle and put it on my horse. I don't know what the hell happened. Either a fucking horsefly or something come up and bit her on the ass. But right when I had that knife, and I'm doing this on the saddle horn as I'm riding this horse, because the ride had to go. And so I'm trying to fix this bridle as I'm going up, and she just whoa, gives a big ass fucking crow hop, and my finger just goes, and I had just sharpened my Leatherman, but you can see it starts from right here, and it goes all the way around, and probably about right here to where where my print sat, the cross of my print sat to, and I mean, it just starts fucking gushing, and it was a big ride. And I said, "Hey, Josh," I said, "Hey, stop." I kept my hand down because I didn't want clients to see it.
You felt like the guy that got bit by the rattlesnake.
Oh, well, yeah.
Literally.
Hey, Josh. I said, "Hey, get your first aid kit." And he said, "Well, I got Band-Aids." I said, "I cut myself." And I was like, "Dude, no." I said, "Josh, this is more than a fucking Band-Aid."
Get the super glue. Oh, something quick.
No, dude. But it was like a half an inch gap in my finger.
Like it came complete. Oh, man.
And I could see my bone and shit. It was that bad. And this lady, the lady on the ride, she ended up getting off her horse and walking over, and she said, "You need to go to the hospital. I'm a nurse."
I'm not a nurse, brother. If I would have saw the bone.
No, but I didn't know what to do. But I told Josh, I was like, "Hey, stop. Get out your first aid kit right now." And he was like, "Well, I got some Band-Aids." I was like, "No,
we need another hand."
You got an index finger in there? You got a pointer?
You got a bone saw and a steamer, and we'll do this real quick. It's like pulling teeth.
I still got my middle finger, though.
Thank God.
That's what counts.
You love them, everybody.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
if you lose a finger, you don't have a middle finger anymore. If you lose any finger.
That's true.
You got to have them all, brother.
Well, technically, the thumb's not really a finger. Have you ever heard that?
Yes, when I was in elementary school.
Yeah. I mean, shit. No, but have you ever heard that, though?
Yes, no, I have. Yeah, that it's
people argue that your thumb isn't a finger, but
it is a phalange, though.
It's a...
Maybe.
Well, I don't...
Thank God for thumbs.
Yeah.
What else are we supposed to stick in there? Should we go rapid fire questions? Let's go some rapid fire questions, and then we'll get the fuck up out of here.
All right, sure.
I'll try to see. How many times or places do you think you've been? I guess I'll start with this. You texted me the other day and said that you got to spend a couple weeks away from La Kiva. Do you want to talk about that? We don't have to.
Yeah, sure. That's fine.
What the fuck happened? Because I like how you did that. That's a Terlingua thing. He didn't get banned. He just needs to take some time off. I was wondering what the hell did you do?
This it was me, Paul, and his buddies, the guys that built the pickleball court.
Yep.
And so we're over there, and we're at La Kiva, we're drinking, and we go over to the pool table. There ain't nobody at the pool table. And so, I start racking them up and shit, and right as we're about to start playing, this guy comes up to us and says, "Hey, it's my table." And he said, "I won the last game."
Bitch, are you here? You were here? Yeah.
Well, the table was open, and there's no quarters on the fucking tables. So
yeah, it's not like there's a drink here or anything.
Yeah,
there's not a woman lingering around.
And he starts leaning over the pool table as I'm starting to rack it up, and he looks at me and he says, "You know who I am?" I no, who are you? He said, I'm the general manager of Lajitas. And first of all, I know he's not the general manager of Lajitas.
Was it Stephen Fuqua? Was it
Like a gay-looking guy,
like almost like a fake Italian looking guy about your height?
kind of gay-looking? Does he walk around with a little purse and shit?
No, you're probably talking about did he have a weird accent?
No, I don't remember.
No.
But
no, I mean
well, no, but so
he's definitely not the GM because the GM's John Price.
Yeah, I know, and I said and,
like
and I said you're not
regardless,
John Price, and I was like, so you're Kelsey Warren's little bitch.
probably not even that, because the only other person it would be is Stephen Fuqua, but he wouldn't carry a purse around.
But anyway, so I looked at him and I said, "Do you know who the fuck I am?"
Carl motherfucking Garcia.
And I was like, I don't give a fuck if you're the
Yeah.
general manager of Lajitas. And I told him, I said, I'm the guy that doesn't give a fuck about you being the general manager of Lajitas. And then he looked at me. I said, I know you. I said, the hell you do? And he said, you're a line cook. Come on, bro. And I was like, that's good. That's funny. You're funny, bro. And no, you're a line cook. And he said, oh, don't worry. You'll be fired by tomorrow.
Who the fuck is he? Nobody.
Like, dude, I looked at him and said, fucking fire me, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking, like, bro. I don't know which kitchen you're trying to fire me from, but.
Cheers to fuck Lajitas.
Yeah. But hopefully some poor Mexican guy in Lajitas didn't lose his job over me.
That's funny. Yeah, he's like, oh, I know who this food and beverage sous chef is.
But no.
That's hilarious.
He kept on calling, like, you know, no offense to line cooks or anything.
Yeah.
Like,
you know what he meant by that.
oh,
You know exactly what he was saying.
He was saying it in an offensive
He
way.
was saying it in a less than demeanor.
No offense to you line cooks out there. I love you guys.
Fucking,
Especially all the line cooks here in
you know how
West
stressful-
Texas. We appreciate you guys.
that's a stressful job, bro.
Yeah, it really
Fucking
is.
Dude, I was a line cook in Lajitas.
Oh, yeah.
That's how I got here. That's how I moved out here. Trish and Ben got me a job. Trish blew up her car leaving your house. Are you aware of that? Yeah, and I drove it to Wyoming after that. She's a
That's
dumbass bitch,
right.
bro. I told her to come, me and Allie, she was at the bar, her and Luke, and we were like, come stay at our house because she was staying at PJ. And she got so hammered, and the next thing we know, she's like, I'm going to fucking Carl's. I'm going to Carl's. I don't know if it was pay-per-view night or some shit was going on because you used to have the fights.
UFC,
Dude, yeah, I think that's how I met you too, was going over to that house for UFC.
Yeah.
You and Terry. Dude, this is a bad trip after a lot of willies. What a buzz. This horse is taking a lot of shits.
But,
That's how I met you. I think it was over at pay-per-view nights, man. You and Terry and fucking.
back when we lived out on Fulcher.
Yeah, and but Trish was like, "Oh, I'll be there. I'm going to Carl's." And then next thing we know, she didn't. But the next morning, she popped on. She drove from Fulcher Road to Panther Junction at least.
Yeah.
With no oil in her car.
Yeah.
What the at past midnight, pissed
Dude,
drunk.
that girl's a trip.
Dude. Yeah, that's like my sister, man. We
God
grew up
bless her
together.
soul.
God
I
bless
love
my
her to
soul.
death.
Yeah. Now we went to the same schools together.
All
All right. Rapid questions, real quick, so we can have a public apology. Are you sorry for burlesque? We'll clip this, and maybe you can get unbanned quicker.
Yes, I am.
We'll move past it quick. I don't want you to dive into it. There you go. That's enough. That's enough. You've already done what you needed to
Amanda, and I love you.
Yeah.
You're a beautiful human being.
What would you say is the best Terlingua vehicle for day-to-day use? What would be the best Terlingua vehicle? I think that's an easy answer. Anything Toyota really is probably, but the Tacoma is great. The Tacoma does everything.
Tacoma, well, it depends on what you need to move around and stuff. Don't do a Super Duty. Because they're Super Duties. Don't buy a Ford Big Poop.
Tacoma is the best answer. 100%.
No, well,
4Runner Tacoma.
Super Duties, they just don't have the suspension, and they're made for driving on highways. If you're into cars, Subarus, I mean, they're great.
If you're a lesbian.
If you're a lesbian.
Or if you want to take the doors off.
Yeah.
Subarus are cool if you take the doors off.
Or, if you're a snowboarder out here in Terlingua.
Yeah, Subarus go hard. Okay.
Yeah.
Best desert vehicle. What's the highest you've ever seen the Rio at?
2008. I saw it at the highest it's ever been.
I think it was at 2008 it was at almost 30,000. I was talking to somebody recently about this. Almost 30,000 CFS.
Yeah, it was
insane.
fucking huge. So the only time I ever floated Santa Elena Canyon was in 2008 And it was after the big flood.
I think you're Noah.
No. This is way after the big. But anyway, but the river was so fucking big. Like it stretched from the highway on to like almost it was into Paso
Oh, yeah.
Like-
That's up there, bro.
Dude, it was so fucking wide and fucking.
I bet the golf course was covered, essentially.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the golf
No,
course is.
like FEMA came down here.
Holy fuck.
Yeah. 'cause,
For who?
like,
to protect who?
well, every
Yeah.
Mexican
Yeah, I
American.
got you. Yeah, I got
That's what FEMA stands for.
you.
But
Yeah.
no, that
2000.
that was the fucking crate. Like, and
the housing crash. The Rio rose.
yeah, and I think the river hadn't flashed like that since like 72 or 3 or some shit.
I heard they take ferries down the Rio back in the day,
Dude,
like big boats.
you know, the last time that someone caught an eel in the Rio Grande was in like 1967. Have you seen that picture of those guys standing in Santa Elena Canyon with a big ass
eels?
sturgeon that they caught? Dude, you know Mesa de Anguilla?
Yeah, I wanna do. I'm trying to.
It's not actually Mesa de Anguilla, it's Mesa de Anguila.
What does that mean?
Eel.
What?
There used to be eels in the river and shit, bro. I'm telling
There
you.
is. Yep.
Motherfuckers used to catch sturgeon in Santa Elena Canyon,
Dude,
bro.
That's insane. And
There's
now we can
pictures
walk
of
across
motherfuckers holding sturgeon in Santa Elena
Yeah.
Canyon, like 3-4 guys holding a big ass sturgeon and shit, dude.
You think we could train the catfish? You think we could train catfish in the Rio?
So bring me the
big
drugs.
catfish. Bring me the drugs.
Bring me the drugs.
Carl,
Hell
we'll
yeah.
edit this part out so nobody hears our fucking great idea. Finding
Just
all
in
the
case the government's listening, we're just joking around.
there's no drugs in the Rio ever. Clearly, that was loud. Whatever that was, I don't think that was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
We're here at the Temple of the Bird, where anything is possible besides Mike Minnick passing a heart test.
All right,
Let's see. Favorite beer, Lone Star.
come on.
I figured that's why I brought it. I figured that was easy. Favorite food.
You know, okay. Hey, like if I were to die, you know, like
Death row. Death
row,
Your
like
last meal that you can request anything.
it'd be a fucking ribeye steak, rare, with like mashed potatoes and gravy, and I don't know, some either
So just said a mixed
some
grill from Starlight.
asparagus or some Brussels sprouts or
It's
like
just a nice dinner. Just a nice steak dinner.
fuck yeah.
That sounds good. You can't go wrong with that, bro.
No.
You can't. Steak's so good.
No,
man.
you can't.
Here, I guess. Is there anything you want to say to the people, Carl? I know we're going to do. We're really with a lot of people. We're going to do multiple episodes, and we'll see how many we get in. But is there anything you want to tell people right now? Anywhere you're going to be at? Would you?
You know, this is the only thing I have to say is this is my home. All my friends and my family, you know, everyone that I hang around, you know, I love where I'm at and the people that I'm around, and you know, I've gone and left before, but I always end up over here. But you know, this is my home. I mean, yeah, I'm not trying to say like, oh, I'm a local and you guys, and like, nah, I'm not one of those. You know, that kind of bothers me sometimes.
People think you're being like that, or that people do that actually?
Oh, but it bothers me when people do that. Whenever, like, you're not, bitch, you ain't fucking local.
Yeah.
And, like, but, I don't know, when people introduce me, like, oh, this is Carl, he's a real local. I'm more than that.
Yeah.
You can just say, hey, this is my friend Carl.
He lives here.
Yeah,
he lives here. He's
from
lived here a while.
But
Yeah.
then people are like, oh, he's a real local. Like, then I just get the stupid questions like, oh, so how was it growing up out here? Like,
Is it
all right.
dangerous?
How was it growing up at your fucking, fucking,
I was a child, bitch. That's what it was.
like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
For sure, man.
Actually, I had a great childhood. I mean, mine is, you know, my dad dying at 90. But, dude, I grew up so fucking, like, we grew up out here, dude. We were so privileged.
Trust me, I have the joke about it.
Yeah.
I have a joke because that is like, I mean, it's a joke. Like what I say is pretty shitty, but like it is true. I'm very happy that my daughter is like you, like So I mean, she was like you said, she was born in Alpine, which is essentially from here, and this
Yeah.
is normal to her. This is such an amazing and a free place for a child to be able to grow up.
Yeah.
And
And we all look after each other.
yeah, and it's like these people come out and they're like you're saying is like you lived in a fucking neighborhood 5 feet apart from each other's house and you think that's normal,
Yeah.
and they're trying to. But this is so free. I mean, you grew up in one of the most beautiful places with the most beautiful experiences.
Yeah.
And that's what I love to hear from you, man, and why we have to keep doing episodes, man, because I know there's plenty in there, and we'll uncover a little more
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
more as
For
we
sure.
go through, man. I like you were talking about working elsewhere. I forgot that you weren't you working in like North Dakota?
Oh, well, I worked up in Taos.
Well, with your recent job, you're more recent.
Oh,
with
that job, I was actually going all across the country.
yeah, man. So we need to talk about that for sure
I
next
was
time.
doing
yeah.
concrete foundations on natural gas plants, and like I was in Tennessee.
Yeah.
I went to Indiana.
You're all over the fucking
I went
place,
to
man.
Mississippi,
I know that was
Illinois.
Yeah, we can talk about that too next time. Just fucking all your travels, but and like so much you've seen, man. So much around here too, bro. It's so sick, bro. We love you, man. We love you, Carl.
Fuck
Town
yeah,
loves you.
I'm
We're so glad that
actually
you're
did
here,
this.
man. Yeah, man. I'm glad I could get you and wrangle you up.
Hey,
I was worried when I saw you this morning, or like not this morning, when I got here a little earlier. Dan, he's a little inebriated, but you've kept it together and you've done really good, bro. I really appreciate your time, Carl.
that joint got me right where.
Yeah, that's why it's really nice, man. But yeah, man, I really appreciate your time. Thank you for being here, Carl.
Oh yeah,
Can't wait for everybody to hear this, and then you'll have everybody asking you questions,
yeah,
and hopefully it's not about the cartel.
yeah. No,
Why?
I don't know anything about
Yeah,
that.
we don't know anything about that, man.
Yeah, I don't
It's
know
funny when you
anything
hear
about
somebody
that.
there's somebody that when you hear somebody say they know a lot about the cartel, you know they're bullshitting.
Okay, well,
Well, you know what I'm saying? Like anybody that knows about it is not really trying to talk about it.
We're the way we grew up, bro. Like you had your friend's dad was a carpenter. Your friend's dad was a store owner. Your friend's dad was a farrier. Your friend's dad broke horses. Your other friend's
career.
dad was a rancher. Your friend's dad was in the mafia. Everyone knew. We never asked questions.
And once again, that's almost everywhere.
But
Like if you really asked anywhere,
But we were hanging out with their kids and shit. Like, it wasn't like we knew what they did. And,
yeah, no questions.
the way we grew up is you just don't ask. They won't tell you. And if you don't ask and they don't tell you, then
Don't worry
don't
about
worry
problems
about
that
it.
ain't yours. Yeah, that's
they ain't your fucking problems. But no, I mean and the guys that were involved, they were always part of the community too. You know what I mean? Like, people raise money for a quinceañera. Most of the cartel guys were the ones that were like, oh, yeah, I'll give $1,000.
they're the ones with the most money.
Yeah,
it's just
but because in a small town like San Carlos, a quinceañera wasn't just for the family; it was for the whole town. Everyone got to dress up
it's a
and
town event.
and go and dance around with the girl, and it's a big deal. People from other towns, from like Los Alamos and shit, would come over. Like,
Yeah, so you've said that a couple times. Where is that in compared to like San Carlos and Ojinaga? Paso de los Hitos.
Los Alamos is just like it's probably almost on the border of Coahuila, but you drive. It's like a little bit past San Carlos, man.
I got you down there. Yeah, I'm gonna go to San Carlos soon. Though I want to go for the parade. That's what they do, like the parade during cook-off. Yeah.
The fiestas?
I think it's maybe fuck.
No, the fiestas are already. No, the fiestas.
The first week of November, last week of November. Anyway, well, hell yeah, man, Carl. Thank you so much for coming, bro. I love you, man.
I love
family.
you too,
Remember that, brother.
Yeah, we're family for sure, man.
I love you, bro.
Love you too.